Hi, it's me, Alejandra, again. The way that I identify forgiveness is whenever the victim truly feels like they can let go of the hurt that's been done against them, whether it be physical, emotional, passive aggressive, or anything like that. And how Lou defines it is that he talks about the psychological process that goes on behind forgiveness, how some people may not feel comfortable forgiving because they feel like it is a betrayal to their traditions. But I like that he said that forgiveness takes a while. It's not something that happens just in an instant, and it's definitely not simultaneous with forgiving. I think our definitions kind of clash. I myself right now am struggling with forgiveness, but I really like how he was able to say that forgiveness and forgetting it's not simultaneously. It doesn't happen at the same time. And I like that he says that it's a process, which I agree, it is a process, because I do not think that people can forgive each other, or is that somebody can forgive somebody who's hurt them in an instant. I didn't find many differences in our definitions of forgiveness either. I think they mesh together, if that makes sense. Forgiveness in Christianity, Judaism is the Islam religion, Buddhism, and Hinduism. They are all explained a bit differently, but I believe that they all have a similar foundation of whenever you forgive somebody, you have that peace inside of you. And in Buddhism and Hinduism, it's kind of like a greater awareness that you can get by meditating and prayer. In Christianity, when you pray about a situation, it can give you the enlightenment of coming to the conclusion that you must forgive. But the two things that did stand out to me are that forgiveness in Christianity does not require interpersonal change. So, like in Judaism, the person who does wrong has to recognize that they are doing wrong and that they need to change and repent. And in Christian theology, it didn't say anything about that, which I thought was very interesting. And I think that Islam and Buddhism kind of have the same, and Hinduism as well, have this same principle that goes on, and it's that forgiving is not easy, and I think both kind of look for a high reward. So in Islam, the Quran says that those who forgive, even when they're mad, they'll get a higher reward. And in Hinduism, it also gives the victim a greater awareness. I did see some of my classmates in the journal, in the discussion post. I saw one person who said that forgiveness is more for the victim than for the perpetrator. I have to say that I don't think that's necessarily true, because I think that if somebody who has done wrong, like if they repent as well, and they have been forgiven, that is a big help in their journey of turning into somebody new or just trying to wipe off their past. And I think that this can be seen a lot in social work. If you're working with drug addicts or whoever it may be, the person who was once a perpetrator has to know that their community forgives them. And this is kind of what is seen in the restorative justice model, as it is kind of a balance between the victims, the offenders, and the community. And even if the offender ends up in jail, that's kind of like the meditation that they do their time, they reflect, and hopefully, God willing, they will be able to restore themselves and their moral consensus. There was another question. I think it is appropriate to forgive somebody of their evil acts, like whether it's something that seems unforgivable, although I must say that I don't believe that I could do that. I don't think genuine forgiveness comes in an instant, and kind of like it says in the Judaism principle, it requires verbally confessing your wrongdoings and recognizing that what you did is wrong. And some people might not be able to recognize that what they did is wrong in an instant. Yeah, that's my take on forgiveness. I was able to learn a lot in this chapter. Thank you so much.